If you think that using the term Indian when talking about indigenous people in the United States is wrong or incorrect, stay with me because this video might be for you. Hi, my name is Josiah with Diversify Our Parks, and I am obsessed with the way that we talk about history in the great outdoors. And today, we're focusing in on the term Indian as it relates to the indigenous people of what is now called North America. Over the past few years, as I have been actively studying and learning more about the peoples that are native to what is now called California, I bumped up against and had to figure out this very question. What do we call the original and natural inhabitants of this land? I realize this question is not such a simple binary answer to what some may assume is a simple question. So what is the best term? Indian, Native American Indian, or simply just indigenous? According to the National Museum of the American Indian in Washington, D.C., the terms Indian, Native American, and indigenous are acceptable and often interchangeably used throughout the United States. However, it is important to note, Native peoples often have individual preferences on how they would like to be addressed. To find out which term is best, simply seek out information on a tribal website to better understand which terms these people prefer. For instance, in what is now called California, the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians specifically wants to be called Indians, which is reflected on their website and in materials that are written about them. While on the other hand, in literature found on their website, the indigenous peoples of what is now called Marin County, which is north of San Francisco, refer to themselves as the Coast Miwok Native Americans. Outside of the boundaries of present-day United States, there are also several terms used to refer to Native peoples. The Inuit, the Yupik, and the Aleut peoples in the Arctic regions see themselves as culturally separate from indigenous people in Canada and the United States. In Canada, indigenous people broadly refer to themselves as First Nations or First Peoples or Aboriginal. In Mexico, Central America, and South America, the direct translation of the word Indian can have very, very negative connotations. As a result, so many different indigenous peoples throughout those areas prefer to call themselves by the Spanish words for indigenous, community, and people. When talking about native issues or people groups, it is so important to remember that there is no one Indian language, culture, or way of thinking. When we broadly generalize Native folks, we negate the incredible diversity of Native peoples and create an inaccurate understanding of the original inhabitants of this land, retroactively applying our modern ways of thinking onto a whole diverse continent. Thanks for joining me today on a quick journey through indigenous California, and I hope to see you next time.